Season number 4 of this Somerset Youth Academy Challenge only, and things are going very, very well. Top winners of the championship. We've already won the Blast, but the Royal London Cup, surprise, surprise for anyone that's watched the channel for a while, it continues to evade us as it's time to get in to contracts. And this should be a good one because this is season number 4, so we would have lost a lot of players. Andrew and Mead, those sorts of players are now going to be leaving us. Golly is still only 17,500. That's incredibly cheap. Plumber has become our first choice opener. He's got 40 first class matches to his name. The general rule is you need about 15 to work out what sort of player they are. He's played more than 15 in all, and he's not bad. If we look at his county championship, 53% of his scores are below 50. But there is improvement. There's more consistency. This is his entire career in county championship cricket, innings by innings. More consistency it felt over the last 2 seasons. And that can be seen as his average has gone from 24 to 33 to almost 39. Problems in the Blast. He does open the batting for us, but gets out for less than 20, 57% of the time. Is not past 50 in the last couple of seasons. So definitely worth the money. Definitely seen as someone for the future. Flavin's not had the opportunity to progress, but I have given him a little bit of game time, so he's going to get another deal at 27 grand. Lewis Goldsworthy's seen improvement, but 48,000 feels like a hell of a lot of money. But he's only 24 years old, so I like that. Craig Overton can have a couple of years because we're going to continue to keep using him. Wainwright has been really good for us. If we look at just county championship cricket, he's got 77 wickets at 28. And that bowling average last year in Division 1 was 27. So I think there's a lot of good stuff there. He doesn't play so much in the Blast, but you can see he's continuously improved with an average of 17. Strike rate down to 12 last year, which is exceptional. If you can sneak below 10, it's like world class. And Royal London Cup, he's had some good campaigns for us, 21 wickets last year. Drinkle we signed in the first year. He's not had an opportunity, but we're going to hold on to him for the squad. Sonny Baker, I'm actually going to let go. Ben Green's the interesting one because he's obviously a very good player. He's playing in the IPL and he's even tasted 4 T20 internationals, strike rate of 19, economy of 7.44. So maybe I should be using him more. He's going to get a 3-year deal. And Richards is the latest young player to come through. His stats averages 20 in the second team 3-day cricket. Strike rate's pretty good. 18 with the ball and 14. So he looks like he's going to be a very good player. So he's going to get a 3-year deal. Does mean we've probably got about 130 grand to spend. Our squad size is massive. It's just bulk full of youth. Everyone in this team is now just eligible for us. So there's got to be something very, very good if we're going to go and make a signing. And this is really interesting because there's hardly any players. And in fact, there's no players that I actually feel like having a go at. So we're going to skip a week and we get a couple of new players coming on the market. And there's a couple that kind of tickle your fancy. Granville, Batty and Stott. If we just look at the batters to start with, both averaging in the 50s in second team cricket. The 1-day stuff averaging 39 and 33. And the strike rates are abysmal for T20 cricket. The ball, Stott's averaging 26 in 3-day cricket. 33 and 30. I just don't think there's anything there. There's a strike rate of 14 from Weaver. You know, you either back yourself to me on this game. Economy rate can be king, but I firmly believe that strike rate is king because if you bowl the team out and you get through the top order, you create havoc. So there's actually nothing there that makes me want to shout. And as such, we end our transfer window by not signing anyone, but having a squad size of 32. Time to get stuck into the season. We've got Yorkshire and Leicestershire joining us back up in Division 1. Warwickshire retaining wooden spoon holders. It's going to be interesting to see what we do with the team this year. We're going to make some changes. It wants us to pick Edmund in the team. It's either going to be Edmund or Swanton. Swanton with 5 games last year, average 43 Very, very reasonable. But we also have this interesting fact that we always need a James Rue in the team, which means we can play Lewis Gregory as the all-rounder. Does want us to pick new kid on the block, Richards, Big Fred, with his 25,500, as the fourth seamer. I find that very hard to do when Keal was immense. Mitchell's already up to 95 test match wickets. Addy's up to 27. He's played 3 test matches. And if we look at Addy, he's only played 4 championship matches for us. So that's the team we're going to go with. Fairly consistent with what we've been doing, except opening. We didn't plug the opening gap. Green's away. We did open with Rafferty a few times. He averaged 33. Smeed's opened. Plumber's opened. But here I'm going to go with Edmonds. So a relatively strong team. We're a 5-star team going into the start of the season against a 4.5-star Lancashire team who were 5 stars last year. They do have Lewis Deploy, Travis Head, Josh Butler, Josh Bohannon, Keaton Jennings in there. Lyndon James has made the signings. Pat Cummins with the ball. Matt Parkinson's great on the game. This is going to be a hard game. But look at our team. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players through the academy. Match drawn. We needed about 160, 165 to win from 60 overs. We were cruising, and then Jimmy Rue chewed up 48 balls for 12. Brindle 14 off 35. And we managed to hold on the last ball to get a draw. We did get Josh Butler. He batted really well for 162. Mitch with a 5 for Wall with 3 in the second. Addy with 2 in the second as well. Decent performance. The Plum Dog, well, he starts off the season red hot. Like I said, his average has been going from 20s to 35 to 38. Is this the first season where he takes the leap and comes an average 40 opening the batting in the championship? And he doesn't feel like he's good enough to play international cricket, so he could be a lifer for us. So we go up against the old team. And this is really interesting. Wagstaff was on the market and I didn't sign him, and he became a great player in those 10 seasons. Well, he's here and we're playing against him, and Sussex signed him. We've been battered by Sussex. We got asked to follow on in this. They got 3-5-2. We bowled pretty well, particularly up top. Keal taking the first 3 wickets. He finished with 3 for 71. But Steve Smith's a good player, isn't he? Manetti with runs, Archer with runs. Frustrated us. And then we got blown away by Robinson and Archer at the top. Second innings, we batted really well, top 4, and then fell apart. So it could be a hard one. Was last season a fluke? And we do get our first win of the season against a good Surrey team. Michael Jones, exceptional player, scored 100. Ryan Patel, with 71. Lewis Gregory kind of held us together here. People got in, like all the top 5 got in. Jimmy Rue's in a bit of a bad shape at the moment. And then Plum Dog 61 takes us home. Plumber's off to a decent start to the season. We're 1-1-1 and mid-table. Another win, a good performance against Nottinghamshire, a decent Nottinghamshire team. Lacking a little bit of firepower at times, but they do have Will Jacks in the team, who was incredibly let go. So, if we were actually signing players elsewhere, I would have signed Will Jacks. Good bowling performance. Mitchell with 4 for 28 leading the way. We get 292. Some good stuff. Allen with a 50. Rue, finally. Hey, welcome to the season, James Rue. It did start 5 weeks ago. He got some runs. Edmonds with 82 at the top. And we knocked him off pretty easy. Tom Abel, 64, gives us 20 points. 2-1-1. There's a performance. Keal take a bow. 7 for 63, 5 for 70. That's a fine performance. That 7 for 63 is his best. He's already got 10 fifers. He's only played 36 first-class matches. That is 202 wickets at 21 is such a good record. We didn't bat that great, but the weather was terrible on day 2, so we accelerated this, tried to score relatively quickly. Edmonds scored at a 69 strike rate, which I like. 88 for James Rue. Really good stuff. Pick up another win. 3-1-1. Closing in on Sussex. Keal goes back-to-back 10-fers. 4 for 72, 6 for 56. We win by 28. They needed 318 to win off basically a day and about 2 overs. But Mitchell and Keal grabbed a couple. Allen with a ton. Jimmy Rue with a ton. He's well and truly into the season now, which is really good because he started so slow. He's scored all these runs and only averaging 35. So good performance. We go to the T20 blast break. 4-1-1. Achievable, but 18 points behind Sussex. Look at this attack. We've got 4 England contracted bowlers in the team. And Allen, I've actually got back in there. I want to move him up one. He's average aggression, but with him playing for England, you'd expect him to be pretty good. Lots of very aggressive players in the top 7. And to be fair, we've not really changed the team too much from last year. Couple of players have dropped out, but what we've gone with, we've got Allen available, Lammonby's in due to his very aggressive nature. We're back on it. The bowling attack is red hot. Keal with 3 in the power play. Wall with 1. We get through the Mitchell not opening the bowling, but 2 for 4 was really good. Smeed with a 50, Allen with 40. Usual, we don't know what to do towards the back end of the innings, which is strange because that's normally where I generally do pretty well. But good stuff. And we get past Sussex by 5 runs. We were in danger when Smith and Tom Alsop came out, batting really well. 87, none for 30, but 7.5 and over was probably the reason we won. Tom Banton with a rare 50. He's been so bad at the top for us, but getting it done with 2 and out. As we lose Allen, Mitchell, Keal, AD, Jack Leach to the test team. Literally the whole bowling attack. And we're going to make a bit of a different change here. I've got Craig Overton I could bring in, who generally has been alright, but his economy rate's slightly high last year. We've got young Drinkle, we've got young Whitehead. Drinkle's not done great in the games that he's played. Whitehead neither. Whitehead reasonable economy rate in one-day cricket. But we're going to go with young Richards, who it's recommending. And we do have a big gap in the middle order that we need to fill as well, which is going to be filled by Rafferty here, who averages 35 with a 162 strike rate in second team cricket. Does mean we're a 3.5 star rated team now. We do get past Glamorgan, but it didn't feel good. We scored 210, but if you take out the 100 from Edmonds, which was absolutely amazing for a 20-year-old to go and score 100, he's now got 100 in the Royal London Cup as well as the T20 Blast. There wasn't a lot. Rafferty came in 45 off 36, was really slow, tiny bit of acceleration. It does make me worry that we're not going to be good enough without our stars. Great win. We bowled them out for 117 and we make a change. We actually bowled Tom Lammonby because it was a real seamer's deck. It was overcast. He picks up 2 for 22 as the 5th bowler. Wainwright was brilliant with 4 for 23 and we knocked them off easy with Edmonds in fine fettle. And we smashed Middlesex as well. The bowling attack is on good form. Wall with 5 for 28. We had him 5 for 56 here. We get 170. Brindle with 60 off 41. Kind of held that bottom order together. Something we don't see very often. Oh, we win by 13. They needed 14 off the last over. The big over was actually bowled by the Wall. And it was... which over was it? It was over 18. They were going really well. Just getting some momentum. He took 2 wickets in an over to take us home. Banton with 50, Edmonds 35. Good opening partnership that. Although relatively slow, it still meant we scored 175. If we can score 175 and defend it, we know we've got a pretty decent team. Another win. We're on fire. 148 for 8 Hampshire. Good bowling. Richards with 3 for 24. Him and Gregory were superb. Really in this period, we really held them to account. Did really well and got enough. Banton 61 off 35's having... I want to say a career year, but definitely the best season that he's had since we started this save. Another smashing win, 1-3-1 all out Gloucester. The Wall with 4 for 33. I think we only had 1 in the power play here actually. I was going to say a couple in the power play, but 2. We got 1 at the end of the power play. Good performance from him, 1-3-3 for 4. We knocked them off. Edmonds good. Brindle 57. When we're only chasing that few, it's relatively easy. We've got a plus 2.0 on net run rate. And we're 8 for 8. I've not changed the team. We are going with our T20 Blast team into the championship. Doesn't make a difference to us. Win by an innings and 43. We get 4-7-2. Banton and Smeed getting a rare game. Smeed with a ton. In fact, I think the 2 games he's actually played for us, he's scored centuries. So maybe I'm really missing something there. Banton was good. Rafferty with a ton as well. Now got 2 county championship centuries to his name. 1 last year and his average of 33. And with the ball, the Wall was good. And everyone was good. We performed really well. In fact, we go and overtake Sussex. We get home against Surrey. Only just. We get 168 all out. Thanks to Lewis Gregory surviving us at the end. The Wall with another 4-fer. His form is phenomenal. This year, 24 wickets at 10, strike rate of 8, economy of 7.4. It's incredible what he's doing, predominantly with the new ball and at the death. and we just managed to get across the line. It looked like they could sneak it, but we're 9 for 9. We're 9 for 9 with our international players back as well. Now, I'm not going to drop Tom Lammonby because he's got 14 overs and providing great value. Goldsworth has been amazing. The only player we could potentially look to move on is Rafferty, and that would be for Allen coming back in. And it's the same with the ball, to be honest. They've not played heaps. Wainwright's slightly expensive, so maybe that's the change we go for, and we bring in Keal. But I might leave a couple of players out, and that's preposterous to say, but in fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to bring in Mitchell. Okay, I'm leaving Addy out, the England spinner. We lose. Shouldn't have made the changes. They get 154, and we just can't get across the line. I don't think it's anything in particular to do with the changes, but you never know. I'm superstitious. We smashed them. 214 the score. Edmonds, second century. Another 50-odd ball century. He is averaging 39 in the blast after 19 games with 2 centuries, a 167 strike rate. That is phenomenal. And Keal comes good. Expensive. He's been expensive in the games that he's played this season. He's going at 11s here. Overall in the season going at 10s. But strike rate of 8. I tell you, strike rate over economy rate. I don't care what other people tell you. If you can bowl a team out, you are going to win at T20 cricket. We'll lose. We'll lose by 17 runs. Brindle with 59 of 28 tried to ride it close, but they get 190. About pretty well here. Gregory with 3 for 21, but Wall and Keal both expensive. They got off to a flyer. Bit of championship action. Back to being a 5-star rated team. We're going without Plumber, which is a difficult thing to do considering he's been pretty good. He's averaging 35 this year. But I wanted to give Smeed a go. Can he get it done in a back-to-back game to give me some confidence that he could potentially be the opener to go alongside maybe an Edmonds? I don't know. I'm mixing and matching. We got battered by 100 runs. They bat well. Lyndon James with 96. Hiradoy with 69. All the top order, all getting in. So they're just accumulating runs really nicely. And for us, it didn't quite work out. Middle order was reasonable good, but Edmonds and Smeed experiment, well, I think it's safe to say that didn't work against a good bowling attack. James Rowe improves his leg side batting to the limit, in which case there's not a great deal I can work him on. That's a hell of a performance. We knock off in 15.3 overs 162, Smeed 75 off 46, Brindle 51 off 24, and we did it off some good change bowling. Richards 2 for 25. He's actually come in and looks a very reasonable cricketer, 20 years old in his first season. We've done it again. We've knocked off 182 with 2 overs to spare. Allen with 68 off 36, going at a 188 strike rate. Brindle looks great player. 46 off 28, 400 in one-day cricket. A first-class century to his name. Looks every inch the sort of player that we want, the sort of player we need. We finished top of the blast group with 12 and 2. And we also... Addy's on international duty, but at the same time, it's a seamer's wicket. And we do have Keal back. So that's just a like-for-like swap. However, it's a spinner for a seamer. But we are going to be without Allen, who's been very, very good. 38 average, 135 strike rate. The guy I'm going to go with is going to be Swanton, who scored runs in Championship and Royal London Cup. We are a 4-star rated team going up against Leicestershire, and we're batting. I always bowl first, but we're batting. We're in. Winning, you're in, and we've won. Will Smeed, 72 off 52. He is having a great campaign. 484 runs, 350s, 147 strike rate. Edmonds has gone quiet after an exceptional start, but still averaging 36. And we do it on the ball. The Wall with 4 for 28. His record is phenomenal. 33 wickets at 13 now. He's getting it done. 4 seamers works. We're playing against Sussex of all teams. 2 young players coming through. Piggott and Keane. Piggott's an opener, which I really, really want to explore. Is he a good opener? He averages 44 in first-class cricket. I like a bit of that. 53 in one-day cricket. And 27. I think that's a really good signing. Keane, on the other hand, is a bowler. With the ball, he doesn't look the best. 5 stars against a 4-star Yorkshire team. We've had to shuffle the deck for the Championship, but Edmonds is going to open with Plumber, who's coming back in. Abel at 3, Rafferty at 4, who scored us a ton. Brindle's batting reasonably well. They're all averaging 30, mid-30s, which is okay because our bowling attack is so hot at the moment. And with the ball, we've got the Wall, we've got Keal, we've got Jack Leach in for a random game, and Richards hopefully can continue his fine start. It's not convincing, it's 5 wickets, but Rafferty's 50 gets us across the line. Brindle with a 50 in the first innings, but it's the ball, because we're going up against a good team. Joe Root, David Milan, Johnny Bairstow, Tom Kyle Cadmore, Finley Bean coming in bat number 8, Don Best can bat. They actually bowled reasonably well with what I feel is quite a poor bowling attack for them. But a good win. Good win. It's a really close Championship battle. And it's semi-final. It's finals day. Alan is back from international duty. He comes straight back into the team. We've got Mitchell on the sidelines. What do we do? I think we go over Wainwright. I want to give Keal the new ball because generally he's been exceptional with the new ball. Addy is available. It's overcast. I think that's the team we're going with. We lose by 3 wickets. The batting was a problem. They got the best of the conditions. Overcast. And a team that's got Robinson, Archer and Finn Hudson-Prentice is going to cause you problems. And it did for us. We gave it a good go. We gave it a good crack. Bowlers performed reasonably well. Took 7 wickets. But it's a semi-final berth in the Blast this year. A couple of changes. Addy and Mitchell are back in. Allen's coming in for Tom Abel, who I keep saying is probably the best player we've got. He's only averaging 30 this year. Allen, I know he's averaging 30, but he's international quality. 19 test matches with an average of 42 to his name. He will come good. A good player out of form is better than a bad player in form. Not saying Tom Abel's bad, it's just Allen's better. Win by 5 wickets. It was an easy win, but we were racing against time. It was raining on day 4, so we were just trying to smash it. We get there in 15 overs. Done on the way to the ball and everyone chipping in. Rafferty scores 164. That's his 3rd Championship century. Now averaging 88 this season from the 3 games that he's played. Plumber with a well-deserved 100. Dropped, rightly or wrongly. I still made the decision. Incredibly tight. 3 teams really in the race. 4 points between us. The big news, though, is that the Wall is injured for 6 days. It does beg the question, what change do we make? It's either going to be a Wainwright or a Richards. Richards is getting the nod. We've smashed them. Durham have been rolled. 179. Ollie Robinson of wicketkeeper fame scores 77 as we blitz through them. Keal 2, Mitchell 2, Richards 3. Definitely made the right choice there. We get 451. It's good batting. Plumber with a 50. Allen with 90. Batting at number 3 now. That's his new role. Rafferty 127. Just continuing fine form. Love it. Averaging 96 this year. Jimmy Rue with a 50. Averaging 33. Is Rue going to be the player I expected? But it's a big win. Nottingham should drop off a little bit. So us and Sussex. 3 games remaining going into the Royal London Cup. 1 point between us. As we lose Addy, Smead, Lammonby, Keal, Mitchell, Green, Overton, Banton, Bartlett, Allen, Wall, Gregory, Abel. We go with a team of Edmonds at the top. Are we actually doing that? We're going Edmonds at the top with Plumber. Swanton 3, Rafferty 4, who's been good in first class cricket. Not quite shone in this competition. Brindle, Root. So top 6 is good. With the ball, I feel we've got issues. Whitehead averages 43. Leach 38. Aldridge 35. Richards is brand new. We've got Drinkle, who we could bring in. Or we've got a Lewis Goldsworthy. So this is the team we're going to go with, which takes us to a 2-star team. What a win. We win by 3 runs. They were chasing down 2, 3, 4. And Richards comes up the gun player. LBW. Massive wicket for us. We only got 237. Blitz balled all around except Brindle, who has held strong. Averaging 34 in the Championship. Had an amazing Blast competition. Averaging 49 with a 158 strike rate. He gets a ton. It's a huge win. Plum Dog goes big. 120 not out. Averaging 40 from 23 games with 2 centuries to his name. And Edmonds scores a century. His 3rd one in this competition that he's averaging nearly 50. We get a big score. Rafferty blitzes it towards the end as well. And the bowling is just good enough. We didn't take early wickets, but what we did have is early control. They didn't get away from us until here when we started pecking away at wickets. Surely not. The competition that eluded us for 10 seasons at Sussex and 3 seasons so far on this is looking okay so far. We've won 3 straight. 291 they score. We got rid of Smith for 84. That was big. But then knocking him off was really good. Plumber with the 70. Edmonds with runs, all scoring fast. Rafferty and Brindle and Rue just cruise home with over 100 to go. We lose to Hampshire, but it's not the end of the world. They bat really well at the top of the order. We didn't get any inroads actually during the power play. They were 1 for 74. But we get 311. Plumber with another 100 at a runner ball. Brindle with runs. Rue with runs. And we only lose by 30, chasing 340. Like, it's not the end of the world. As long as we don't go on a big losing streak, we're going to be okay. But we are playing 4-star Leicestershire. Leach has been very expensive and doesn't take wickets. That's a slight problem. So I'm going to go with Goldsworthy for this one. It does mean changing the captaincy, which is a dangerous thing to do. And it's going to go to Swanton. But Swanton's averaging 9 this year, which feels not right. He's a better player than 9. Moves us up to a 3-star rated team, actually, that change. Lose to Leicester. Couldn't even chase down 273. And now it's starting to get tight again. Oh, we sneak home against Essex by 32. Plumber with 103. That's a decent campaign. 120, 113, 103, a 78 in there as well. He's averaging 81. Rafferty bats well for 96 again. Some consistency. It's an unfortunate line going downwards, but some consistency there. And we bowled them out for 280. And we were way behind this. We didn't take a wicket till the 21st over when... Here we are, 19th over when Whitehead came on and took 3 in an over. Completely changed the game. 4-2. One more win and we're actually in. And we do it. With 297 we end up getting... Didn't get the runs from up top from Evans and Plumber this time, but middle order, consistent. Swanton finally finding a bit of that good form. Moves up to a 30 average. We're good enough with the ball. Aldridge and Goldsworthy get it done. We've won 5. I want to say we're definitely in, but are we? There's a team on Warwickshire on 8, Worcestershire 9, Sussex 9. I guess all you can control is winning, and that's what we're going to go and do. We're definitely in. We've definitely done it. 2-8 all out. They finish. Goldsworthy has been really good. 4.4 and over he went at here. He's got 9 wickets at 26. Economy rate of 5.95. I feel like he's getting better and better. Plumber with more runs. 76 here. Takes his tally to 572 on the season. Rafferty with a 50. Rue with 34 not out. To take us home. Country Road into the semi-finals. Finishing top. Who would have thought it? We have got a couple of changes we could make. Swanton's only averaging 25. We've got Green available. With the ball, we've got Keal available, who is absolutely top notch. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring him in for Wainwright. That's the one change. We've been in this position with on the Sussex save before where we make changes in the semi-final and it never worked. Can it work here? We've done it! 12-run victory! Joe Denley, not Joe Denley. Joshua Daly almost robbed us. 111 off 84 balls back. Superb. But we got wickets towards the end of the innings. Lots of wickets in this back end. We just managed to get across the line. Keal with 4. It was the right decision. We bat amazing. 322. Brindle gets 168 off 128. That record, averaging more than 40 in first class cricket, 54 in one-day cricket and 47 in the Blast, is exceptional. He will go off and play the 100 next year. But for the first time in the save, we have an opportunity to win the Royal London Cup. And I don't want to say if we win this we've completed the series, but it does mean we've won every single trophy available to us, something we weren't able to do in 10 seasons. But first, we've got first-class cricket ahead of us and the chance to win the championship. We are a little bit understacked with international duty. In fact, Allen's out as well. I missed that one. So Tom Abel's back in. And we beat Surrey. A good Surrey team. Wasim Afridi, 22 years old. Pakistani. played T20 international cricket. He goes and bags himself a very nice century, averaging 56 this year from the games that he's played in. We get 422. The Plum Dog Millionaire, 156. I feel like we've got one for the ages here. He's a good player. He's averaging 42 this year with 3 centuries. 3 centuries, averaging 65 in the Royal London Cup. It's a great performance. Brindle with 99 as well. Don't discount his record this year. Just exceptional player, exceptional win. Gives us a 17-point cushion as we go into the final, which we'll have to do without Keal, who is now on England international duty. And it does mean... Oh, the wall's available. Crikey, break the walls down. This is huge. Is the wall actually any good in this format? 27 wickets at 28, 5.12 economy rate. That's pretty good. We're going to stick with Swanton, are we? We've got Allen, who we could bring in. The stud Allen, with 22 test matches to his name. Never played in this competition, but he's having a poor year. Averaged 30 in it the previous year. I think we've got to back the guys. We've got to back to the guys that got us to the dance. We're almost a 4-star rated team. Going up against Derbyshire, Anuj Dahl, Brooke Guest, Harry Kame, Potts, Watford of Scottish fame. We're going to win the toss. I'm scared. I think we should bat first, given the pitch, given the nature. I don't want to. I feel we're a better chasing team, but batting is the right decision. Oh my days, it comes down to this. It's been a poor game of cricket from our behalf. They need about 240 to win. We've managed to claw it back. They were cruising, but wickets are spread around. We've got Richards bowling. Nice. They need 15, but they've got 1 wicket left to do it. Richards into Fogden. Oh, he's hit him on the pads. Never. We're going to do it. We've actually gone and done it. We've actually gone and won the Royal London Cup. He's been absolutely pinned stone dead, and it's bowling and strike rate that does it time and time again. We make 239 for 9. Brindle held us together with 90. Plumber with 56. Swanton was an absolute chocolate fireguard in this competition, averaged 21. But the ball has got it done. It's a wonderful performance. We've completed the save in 4 seasons. We've won the Championship. We've won the Royal London Cup. We've won the Blast. We've won Division 2. And we even got relegated. We have done everything there is to do. Brooke Guest has had possibly one of the greatest years of all time. 990 runs at an average of 123. Scored 71 in the final. That's a hell of an effort. Plumber, 642 runs at an average of 64. Brindle, 605 runs at 121 for us. Whitehead with 22 at 24. Richards, 20 at 22. Just consistent throughout. What a season. What a campaign. Can we go and wrap it off by winning the County Championship? And we smash Kent. 262 all out. Albert Cliff, 24 years old, plays a blinder, 114 off 143. They were scoring at a really fast rate. He's had a good season. We go and score 720. Brindle, 273. 287 balls. It's a strike rate of 95. There's 8 sixes to throw at it. There was chances. There was played and miss. But the fact is, we've got a guy that averages no less than 47 across all 3 formats. He's averaged no less than 49.87 across all 3 formats this year. He has been wonderful. Rafferty with a ton. Plum Dog with another ton. It's 23 points. We are 18 points clear going into the final game of the season. I make that we need 3 points. And we're playing against Sussex. Winner take all. And we're doing it with the bigwigs back. Keal and Mitchell. Orr, Wagstaff, Allsop. Where's the runs coming from? They're coming from Orr, they're coming from Allsop, they're coming from Arkwright. And with the ball, well, it's a good bowling attack. There's Robinson, there's Archer, Josh Little's there, George Garton. It's a huge game. Incredibly, we've just got 3 batting points, which may mean we end up level on points and we should get some bowling points. But we were monstered. 9 for 168 and we end up on 304. Lewis Gregory, 92. What a player this guy's been. Always chipping away. Average 24 this year, 31, 30 the year before that. And the wall was 62. Match drawn. The last session's been rained off. We get 10 points, they get 8. After taking a short lead of 82 runs, we bat really well in the second innings. Plumber with 75. Takes him to 1,000 run season. Super happy with that. Rafferty 149. Brindle 155. We've got him 7 down on the ropes, but we've done it. Read it and weep. We've got 2 championships to our name. 1 Royal London Cup, the Blast, Division 2. As Plumber makes the run scoring charts. Ramshaw's there, who we almost signed a few years ago. Brindle with 1,121 runs at an average of 56 was exceptional. Hasiba Mead topped the charts. Dan Moriarty, 86. Ben Mike kept taking wickets against us. I can see why. He had a great campaign. Keal, 69 wickets at 21 from 12 games. It's such a good performance. These two, wonderful. Rafferty, 810 runs. He only played 7 games. 7 games in average 90 with 5 centuries. 19 years old. He's got England duties written all over him. Edmonds at the top, 750 runs, averaging 31. He's not an opener, trying to make it happen. Allen had a poor season. Jimmy Rue had a down season. But the weight of the game, the weight of this game, has all been about the ball. 69 wickets for Keal, 46 for Lewis Gregory. What a competitor he is. Mitchell, 43. The Wall, 37. I'm okay with those stats because he got it done. Richards came in 5 games, not averaged 19. Addy averaged 21. Such a fine performance from this team. Just looking at the Royal London Cup, which our heroes went and won. Something, I can't believe it's taken 14 seasons of doing this on the channel to win one. But we finally did it. Plumber top scored in that. He's had a great career to this point. Just a mighty fine performance. So that is going to do it for this save. Thank you so much for watching. It's only 4 episodes, but it's about 4 hours of episodes. It's been great fun. Great to do it with Somerset. Great to do the homegrown challenge. And you thought that if things were going to change, they definitely are. The next save is going to be the biggest one we could possibly ever do. We are going to do a Glory Hunter save on the channel where we work our way around every single country, and in every single country we need to take the jobs and we need to win the Challenge Trophy, the T20 Blast, the County Championship, or whatever the equivalent is for every single country on the game. It is massive. It's going to be about 30 episodes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hard. There's going to be lots of changes. And we're going to see you then.